I'm in the everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. Well, I'm holding on to long-term solution to that notion that everything must go, be shown off, be bad, be thrown into the lions as if the crowd cared. Some are born like us, some will live to the fullest, some will die in the system. Just trying to live them out, see I admire the missing, acquire the license to listen with the fire to so where's my welfare? Where's my...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Clippers out in Los Angeles. For Los Angeles, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds me a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this defensive system. You know, it's much more than just the Splash Brothers shooting up threes. These guys are a fun team to watch.
Yeah, you know, Steve, he did a great job of blending all the coaching styles that he's learned over the past years. He's played for some great coaches, and, you know, he's been fortunate enough to take a little bit from each of them and implement it, and it worked.
It turned into a championship in 2015 for Golden State. That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later.
And now, stand up and make some noise!
We are live with the Stevenson for a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in LA. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan joining me, Clark Kellogg, Rick Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And it's the Warriors to start out. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled his team's rise to greatness. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Ball against Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's Redick on the wing, guarded by Curry. Redick against Curry. Was shot by Redick, no good. Barnes passes to Curry. The drive by Green. Nobody near Barnes. And another three for Golden State.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. He knows that the challenge for his team in this game will be to slow down Blake Griffin, who he described as instant momentum. With Griffin being such a handful physically, they plan to limit his ability to get any space around the basket and hopefully cut down those powerful drives toward the rim.
Thanks a lot, Doris. That is good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Redick. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Curry dishes to Green. It's Thompson off the drive. Bogut with a clean look. And it's Golden State with another.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of gaining
3 points.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. And Curry, here we go. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Curry wide open. Offensive rebound. And again, Andrew Bogut. Bogut's got his second bucket.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of the season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Griffin, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
And it's the Clippers scoring again.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Thompson outside. Green, the screen. Got freed up. Nice work off the pit.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job. And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the outs. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range and his perimeter defense, Clark. His rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Thompson kicks to Green. Here's Spates. The Clippers grab the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And on the topic of Griffin, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you'd think with the 2 elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year, but that's another story. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pierce kicks to Aldridge. Crawford, no one around him. It's good from long range.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebounding. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon.
Los Angeles leading by 6. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah,
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Barbosa for 3. And it's Barbosa again missing. No good. The offense coming from. When you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after them. That's how they've piled up all the points.
Rivers out there with Crawford. Then there's Cole Aldridge, and it's Green, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference.
Oh, that's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go to the jam like that.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Clark.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
The dish to Rivers. Here's Aldridge. Again, Los Angeles.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Clark. Rebound by Aldridge.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's Curry with the drive. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Kicks it to Rivers. Jeff Green on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta.
3 points.
Green's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a role where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. Here's Curry. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Curry's got 6.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Green, the pass to Bogut. And Griffin sends it back. Now, here's Abaumute. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And the whistle blows. He's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. And stolen by Barnes. Pass to Thompson. Here is Livingston, covered by Redick. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his three. Redick for three. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
And here's Barnes for three, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off? And still get the finish.
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it. He made it look easy that time.
Paul Pierce has checked in for the Clippers. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Redick. No good. Great D that time from Green. Warriors trail by 17. It's Thompson off the drive, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Jordan dishes the ball. Fires from deep. Cannot hit. And Golden State will come the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Barnes kicks to Green. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Makes it off the glass. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Jordan, and it's thrown down hard to both hands.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And we finish one half of basketball. Clippers lead by 12. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you guys in this one, Blake. What was the key to breaking it open?
It starts on defense. You know, our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, getting out in the open floor. We got some easy buckets, and then, shots start to fall.
Blake, thank you. Kevin, a complete culture change with this organization.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
We'll get back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the first.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Paul with the ball. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson is the 2 with... Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the 1.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Bogut, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Jordan kicks to Griffin. Over in the corner, Paul lets it go from deep. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and it's been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Green passes to Bogut. Green with a screen on Mbamute. He took good advantage of that screen. And that's 11 points for Barnes.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. It would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
A different look for the Clippers. Green comes in for Mbamute. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews he's engaged in. And comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Bogut. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And the basket good.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Los Angeles leading by 19. Curry with the steal. Thompson inside the line. And it's Thompson again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Green, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Down low. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Los Angeles. Austin Rivers comes in for Paul. And Golden State also making a change. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. Green with a screen on Rivers. Curry dishes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Warriors trail by 16. Now Barbosa, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Green kicks to Griffin. Shoots from 14. Again, the Clippers. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring action, number 1 in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here's Spates. Inside. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Livingston, no luck.
And, you know, the Clippers were near the top of the league in most other offensive efficiency categories as well. Second in the league in field goal percentage, second in points per game at almost 107 per. That was a high-octane offensive group.
Spates with a screen on Crawford. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Back to Barbosa. Wide open look. And the Warriors get it back. And Spates gets it to go.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Pierce the pass to Rivers. And a serious dunk to finish it off.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. He can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Now the feed to Johnson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Johnson's got 9.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Up in time. The shot no good. And as we conclude the third quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pierce is out there with Johnson. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Wilcox in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Spades dishes to Barbosa. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Inside, here's Johnson, and there's Wesley Johnson to finish it off.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's had.
Clark kicks to Spates. There's the pass to Barbosa. Here's Clark. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and hey, a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Barbosa kicks to Spates, feeds it to Clark. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Golden State.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Wilcox. Here's Aldrich, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-handed.
Wilcox.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Clark. With the foul. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Bahamute, the pass to Paul, nails the 16-footer.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Knocked away. And here's Redick to the inside. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Bahamute. And Bahamute has got his 6th assist on the night. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Dishes to Redick. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
There's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Andrew Bogut stepped in for the Warriors. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke and Bahamute. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Thompson for 3, and he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Redick with the bucket.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
Azili kicks to Livingston. That's good.
Works that one inside nicely.
All right, here's Paul. He feeds it to Jordan. Fires the three. And it's Paul missing.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Livingston kicks to Azili.
2 minutes left. 2.
Pushing it up. Ball going up court. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for the three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Jeff Green. And Wesley Johnson is sub for Mbamamuta.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
From 12 feet out, no luck. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-7 run.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Paul. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Goes up on the wing. Here's Pierce. Misses off the left iron.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Spades missing again. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
And he gets the bucket.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Remains substitution on the court.
There's Crawford with the three. Can't connect. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, the team was really clicking out here tonight. How does it feel to be able to play like this?
It was great. You know, the best part about it is how everybody was playing. You know, we were all in our best game, and we all played well, and that's what we did tonight, and that's promising.
Thanks for your time, Blake. Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul, who notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
You know what? He's a total package as a floor general. It may not be an official ranking for the best leaders in the league, but if there was, CP3 would be right at the top of the list.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Let's take them back.
The entire NBA season came down.
94. As the preacher takes a pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop.
Yeah.
Phenom fanatics, are you ready for some basketball? Tip-off the state championship is just in a few. We have your Phenoms from parts unknown versus the Dragons from Parkside High. So get in your seats and get ready for fun. It's time for Phenom basketball.
Yeah, we at the spot right now, though. Oh, yeah, you know my boy's about to take it.
Look, I need you to be on your best behavior tonight. This is an important game
Give
for
my phone
Freak.
back. Come on, yo.
Vic, I'm serious.
CC, my dear. Now, I know how important this game is. I'm just trying to make moves, yo. Freaky, he's gonna take it all the way. He's leading this, all right? Business.
Come on, Freak. Show them no mercy.
Hey,
we got this
hold
title.
up,
Come
hold
on.
up. We got this, my boy. We got this. Hey, we taking state, man. We taking state. Hey, he's taking state, though.
Vic, come on. Let's get our seat.
Okay. My man.
Vic, I'm serious.
All right,
Let's go.
yo, she up on me like hard right now, though.
Robert Andrew.
Robert Nelson.
Parkside foul. Freak. That's his first personal foul.
Basket is good by Brian Elgauskas.
Freak.
Come on now, let's go.
For three.
And that will do it for the quarter. The Phenoms have some ground to make up, but we still believe in them. Come on, Phenoms!
A reminder to all fans in the arena, there is no flash photography allowed on the premises. If you are caught using flash photography, your device will be confiscated. Freak.
Brian Ilgauskas.
Parts unknown foul. Ben Bishop. That's his first personal foul. Shooting from parts unknown. Freak. Taking 2 shots. Assistant, Dustin Joseph. Second quarter has concluded. The third quarter will begin after a 10-minute halftime break. Fans, when exiting the arena after the event, please make sure to use the south exit or parking lot A or D. Thank you for your help. Backcourt violation. Phenoms ball.
This can't happen.
Basket by Teddy Edwards.
Freak. Parkside foul. Freak. That's his third personal foul.
At the line for your Phenoms, Ben Bishop.
Taking 2 shots. Freak.
Take it to the basket!
Freak.
Can't stop this.
Timeout for the Phoenix. Dragons foul. Freak. That's his fourth personal foul.
Robert Nelson.
flash photography your device truly honestly. That's his fifth personal foul. Coming onto the floor for the Dragons. Troy Lee. Let's hear it for the champions.
Freak. Like the sun.
What are you doing?
What?
Next year.
Frequency vibration.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. With my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a young wanna meet the sun, we gon' rap to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We got our ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Never knew chill till I met with B. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew ties till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block. With a and the vultures fly. And I watch when my life stop. Hard to see in the cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul in ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight and I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist, but real homies never turn they back. My homies facing all these tracks. My homies all rapping Mac. We rolling out like Cadillac.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies,
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Georgetown Hoyas and Arizona.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then it's Trice. Then there's Price. And it's Randolph in at the 2.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years. Most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Trice dishes to Price. Outside Randolph. It's hauled in by Arizona.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Arizona on D. Trice kicks to Price. The feed now to Trice. Hudson with a screen on Johnson. To the middle, Price. And it's sent back by Mitchell. He got right to the cup using that screen. And here's Arizona now. Freak with it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
The pass to Lewis. Here's Freak. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Arizona on D. The shot by Randolph. Nobody around. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Now Arizona with it. Here's Freak. Drains the 19-footer. Freak's got his first points of the game. Now the Hoyas with it. Trailing by 2. It's a completely new group for Arizona. And here are the Hoyas now. Freak, he's in at point guard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Ewing. And it's Lewis in at the 5 down low. Gonzalez passes to Harkless. They set the pick. Tries a 3, and that one's good. Harkless has got his first 3 points of the game.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special, and he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, they've got Nelson, and it's Hodges in at the 4 spot. Ewing kicks to Freak. For the 3, that's good. Freak's got 5.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Felix. Pass to Gonzalez. Out to the right wing. Hoyas moving the ball around. The high post shot. No good off the front iron.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so. Plenty of the outstanding guards have played in Wildcat jerseys.
Now here's Freak. 5 points in the game, and that one's good.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
And here's Gonzalez following the three-pointer by Freak. Harkless the pass to Gonzalez. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. For the Arizona Wildcat program, a lot of great guards over the years. Perimeter players in general have been their strength.
Yeah, think about it. Andre Iguodala, Jason Terry, Richard Jefferson are some of the recent names. How about Gilbert Arenas as well? I mean, they've made their way also into the coaching ranks as well, with Steve Kerr doing a terrific job with the Warriors, and now Luke Walton, an assistant.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
And that does it for the first half of play. Arizona ahead as they end the period on a 9-0 run. We welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Freak in at point guard. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the center position. Taking a look at the Hoyas, Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Here's Warren. Can't get it to go. So Arizona will take it the other way.
And with Arizona, you know they are going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to field a team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
Arizona leading by 11. Johnson dishes to Freak, launches it. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 16 points for Freak.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
There's the pick. Now Arizona with it. Freak, he's in at the point. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5. Now here's Trice to the inside. Warren, good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Trice kicks to Warren. The dish to Trice. Hoyas moving the ball around. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Price is checked in for the Hoyas. Good on both. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Jacks up a 3. And it's Freak missing, but they recover it. Pass to Johnson. Lewis kicks to Freak.
Move the ball.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Lewis dishes to Johnson. Feeds to Freak. From past the arc. Rebounded by Hudson. Hudson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Trice. Had a hand on it. And so it looks like the Hoyas will retain possession here. And Arizona making a change here. Lawson's checked in.
Jack Lawson.
Deciding to change it up. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Carter outside. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Wilson into the lane. Here's Nelson. That's good.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
So Arizona wins it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us.
Get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, got to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it.
to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Arizona and Texas.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at Arizona. Freak in at point guard. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5, down low. Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
Arizona on D.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And it's Freak missing. Now Texas with it. 4-point game. Now the pass to Edwards. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
And so he hits both. And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Here's Rush. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by Ewing.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Lawson kicks to Williams. Pass to Freak. Texas grabs the miss.
You know, Freak just hasn't been able to perform how we're accustomed to seeing him up until this point. I mean, he just hasn't been able to string anything together.
There are a lot of things that might be affecting him. You know, with his reputation, defenses will pay special attention to him, and that might be throwing him off a little bit here in this game.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
We've got Richmond, and it's Hudson in at the 5 spot. Right wing. It's rebounded by Lawson. Arizona leading by 4, and for Arizona, Freak in a 2-guard. Ewing is out there with Williams, and it's Hollins in at the 3, the 4-man position. Count that one. Rush has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of
teams changing it up here. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. And Blair kicks to Hudson. Blair, the screen. Here's Rush. He's guarded by Williams. Now Rush. There's the dish to Blair. He kicks to Thornton. Shot clock at 6. It's Rush outside. Good on the shot. Rush has got 5 points so far.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Out of bounds, Arizona takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
11 seconds left to play in the first half. Lawson dishes to Hollins. Freak. Arizona with another miss. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the... And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
They've got Doherty. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward position. And for Arizona, Freak, he's in at the point. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the center position. Mitchell kicks to Lewis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lewis has got his first basket of the night. Longhorns leading by 5. Edwards with it. At the elbow, it's Ellis. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Edwards. That's short off the rim.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Freak with it. Ellis on him. Now here's Freak. He's got 7. Lewis passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Freak. And that one's on target from the wing.
He's yours.
Freak's got his third basket of the night.
Longhorns call timeout.
And Arizona making a change here. Roberts checked in. Here's Hudson. Inside. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Texas keeps possession. And Arizona making a change here.
In for the Wildcats.
And so it's Texas with it. 6-point lead. We've got Hudson. And it's Blair in at the 1 spot. And here's Richmond. Blair dishes to Hudson. Lets it go from 11. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. And Texas leads by 8. Hudson's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Move the ball.
Over in the corner, Williams. Carter kicks to Freak. No luck. On Texas the other way now.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And Texas making a change here. Davis is checked in. And Arizona also making a switch. Landry's checked in. Now here's Blair. Tight defense on him. Feeds it to Ford.
2 minutes left. 2.
Here's Rush. He's covered by Landry. 6 to shoot. High post try. And he overshot that one, missing. Arizona trails by 8. Here's Freak. misses. Richmond with the defensive effort. Kicks it to Blair. Shot from free throw range. And it's Freak with the rebound. And here's Arizona now. Good on the shot.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Longhorns leading by 6. There's 1:17 left in the second half of basketball. Stolen by Ewing.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Davis with a screen on Carter. Blair, the pass to Richmond. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and-one.
It's the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So both teams making some changes here. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Lewis dishes to Freak. Takes the 3. Nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Pass to Ellis. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Freak. Off the left rim and out. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Hudson's checked in for Richmond.
That's his first personal foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Grant Hudson. Arizona foul. Stanley Johnson. That's his
and he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row.
Jackson Ellis Jr.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Now Edwards. Up for grabs right until the final seconds clock. Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Michigan Wolverines and Arizona.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, they're really loaded with talent.
So the Wolverines starting 5. We've got Flash. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the 2 spot. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Crawford. Kicks it to Jones. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And so Jones nails both of them.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
And that one's good. Free. Here's Flash. Dishes it to Crawford. Smith the pass to Flash. Can't get it to go. So Arizona will take it the other way. Freak kicks to Lewis. Crawford with the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Smith right side. Michigan moving it around. Lewis against Ellis. Pass to Flash. Here's Smith. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Freak. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes on a bounce. That one is off Smith.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Freak from outside the arc. They get it again. Pass to Williams. The screen from Ewing. Outside Williams. And there's the pass to Freak. They shoot again. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Knight. Freak's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Stevenson with it. Now Lawson defending. Jones, no one around him. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Jones has got 5 points so far.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
There's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for
the Wolverines making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in.
line for 2.
And both free throws good from Freak.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
In the corner, it's Jefferson. Cunningham kicks to Stevenson. To the left side wing. Feeds it to Knight. Inside, Stevenson dishes to Taylor. It's hauled in by Arizona. Now here's Lawson over to the wing. Here's Freak. Here's Ewing. Tries yet again, and the layup is up and in. Ewing's got his first 2 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Freak, he's in a shooting guard. Ewing is out there with Williams, and it's Lawson in his point guard position. And for the Wolverines, they got Taylor. Cunningham is out there with Jefferson, and it's Knight in at the 2-guard spot.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in the day and age where most guys are self-centered, it's all about me. It's refreshing for a player like Freak.
And here's Arizona now. They trail by 1. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. It's stolen by Taylor. 46 seconds left in the first half. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be it.
DJ Khaled.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the New York Knicks. Checking out New York, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Carmelo, prior to last season making the choice to stay in New York, what do you think, Shaq, of that decision?
You know, he went with his heart. He wanted to stay in New York. You know, it's hard to evaluate after having to shut it down due to injury, but, you know, hopefully he's worked out in the summer. Hopefully he's coming back with a better focus, and hopefully he wants to get back on top. Because there was a time in the league where Carmelo's
It's interconference time for the New York Knicks as they travel to enemy territory looking for a win. And at the Staples Center, where the Clippers will try to turn it up on their home floor. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So the New York starting five. We've got Robin Lopez, Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then it's Vujacic, and it's Calderon in at the one. Here is Mbamute, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And Mbamute has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Now, Reddick, after the missed three by Carmelo. A nice shot by Griffin.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
They set the screen. Calderon kicks to Lopez. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Again, Los Angeles.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Now here's Anthony. Shot to stop the run, and he hits the jump shot.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Reddick kicks to Jordan. Another one falls for the Jordan.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
Thank you, Doris. The Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Anthony with the bucket.
Carmelo Anthony.
Nothing new there to see Anthony knock down one of those beauties.
Ball outside. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Tries again, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got his second basket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now here's Anthony. New York moving the ball around. The pass to Calderon. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lopez. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Reddick. uses the glass to finish the way.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries all over the place.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Jose Calderon. Here's Aflalo. Second shot opportunity, and it's Lopez laying it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And Redick kicks to Paul. Jordan dishes to Paul. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's now 6 points for Chris Paul.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Clippers leading by 11. From deep, Jordan. The rebound by Grant.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Anthony. Redick with the rebound.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Now, here's Grant. Jeff Green missing his last shot. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. And that one's good by Lopez.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Grant against Paul. No good from Grant.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal
Chris Paul, guys, for the last decade, the best point guard in the NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. They get it back. Shots good by Anthony.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And here's Green outside. Shots good.
Jeff Green, 3.
Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
And the foul on Paul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Coming off the floor for your Clippers, Austin Rivers.
Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Anthony. Just 3 on the clock, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the evening. That's good from Anthony. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Galloway. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands he can make a big difference. Jordan, a man who knows what his job is. He likes his job, Clark. He does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And now brought to you by Gatorade. Up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Calderon. Derek Williams is out there with Kevin Seraphin. Then there's Aflalo and Galloway in at the point. A different look for New York. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Porzingis comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Now, here's Grant. Quarter number 2.
君の名は見てないけど来ました。
Good, as it just tugs right down through the net. Los Angeles leading by 8. Feeds to Mba Amute. Here's Rivers. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
話が混乱する途中ちょいちょい
On occasion it does
入れ替わるの
So for the
そうそうそう
Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Wesley Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And New York with a
そうだよ
change here
最後
too.
プッと折るから
Vujacic is checked in.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of three.
面白かった普通でもね
First 4 shots in the second quarter to
面白いけど
drop.
話
It's
が
stolen by Calderon.
そうそうそうそ
Grant the pass
う
to
内容は
Calderon.
大体わかるけど
Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Mba Amute. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
出てん
For
の
the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
Here's Calderon, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Lopez, and it's blocked by Jordan. And Redick kicks to Rivers. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, this is just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on.
分かった
As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were around, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Jeff Green, he's checked in
も
for
う
the
ね
Clippers.
BO3 は
Ball
もう
comes
ね
in for
いい
Austin Rivers. And now Doris Burke has an update from the
疲れる。
sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what you
こうやって
say to the team.
スポーツやってた方が面白い
The
よ。
word patience several times in describing what he'd like
ゴー
to
ス
see
トは
from their
別。
offense. It's not a run and gun approach he wants
ね
from them. Well,
え
coach
分かっ
not
ております
wasting
よ。
any time in tweaking the game
ちょっ
plan.
と
We'll see if it
1
makes
週
a
間過ぎ
difference.
た。
Halftime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
マジで本当に一緒だ
By
し。
Paul, nobody around.
シュートしてたし。
Griffin making the
はい
play.
はい。
And that's 11
分かってま
points
す。
for Chris Paul. Knicks trail
分
by
かってはないけど
13.
分かってます。
Calderon kicks to Grant. New York moving it around.
後悔しながらもやめられない人は依存症かも。
Lopez a screen.
ゲーム。
Here's Vujicic. Griffin grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Reddick kicks to
スリー
Paul.
いただき。あ、スリーじゃないわ。
Another one falls for the Clippers.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The dish now to Vujicic.
黒子のバスケ見るの。
君の名はじゃね。
Outside.
君の名は
公開記念で、
Stop the
そ
run.
の監督が作った
Good
写
on
真
that
が
shot, and with that,
どっ
the
かの
Los
とこで
Angeles
配信に
lead
な
is
って
cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Calderon.
新海、
神ってことでしょ。
That's a 2 from
新海
Paul.
誠でしょ。
Calderon pulls it in.
That's exactly how you
そう
have
作
to
った
defend
人。
him. He's a guy that the D needs to be
マジ
aware
めっ
of.
ちゃ綺麗だからね、背景っていうか。
And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the
そ
most
れはね、
highly
俺
recognized
の付き合う
players
たい焼きって
in the
いう
game. High school All-American,
あの
college
星空を見
All-American,
て僕は
NBA Rookie
映
of
画を
the
見よ
Year.
うと思いました。
I mean, the list goes on and on.
Here's Vujicic. And the dunk by
東京
Luka.
の景色そのまんま
And
よ。
if that doesn't get them fired up, guys,
Oh.
nothing will.
Greg just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And Paul gets
田舎の景
the
色もあるよ。
highly decorated Chris Paul,
あ、そっ
multiple
か。
NBA
女の
All-Team
子が田舎で、
そう女の子が田舎
selections,
東京
all
だ。
defensive team selections, no
っていうのは CM を見てさせ
MVP
て俺
yet.
は。
It's probably right around the corner though for him.
プロだ
Yeah,
からね。
you know what?
それは
He's
知ってるんですよ。
only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting.
でもなんであれが2人が入れ替わるのかっていうのがよくわかんないんだよな。
And Robin Lopez last season, he
理
missed
屈
about
がわかんない。
6 weeks with that broken
いや、
hand.
いら
But
ないっすよ、そんな
freak
に
injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
リバウン
Big
ド。
group substitution here for the Clippers.
あんなのに
Cole
理由いらなか
Aldridge
ったんだよ。
is checked
そ
in for
う。
DeAndre
ただ単に入れ替わってく
Jordan.
だ
Pierce
さい。
comes in for Blake Griffin. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's
あ
Crawford
ー指
in
痛いの
for
に
JJ
コント
Redick.
ローラー無理やり
Now
ハ
here's
ンド
Pierce.
触ってたから
Paul with the bucket.
指が痛すぎ
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Chris Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Aldridge kicks to Paul.
はい。はい。
A three-pointer off the mark.
こういうね、リアルなスポーツのゲームの方が
Some
楽しい。
solid defense from Johnson. And they're moving it up.
僕とお前は一緒にいないと。
嫌で
And
す。
Crawford with the
それは
touchdown
嫌
on
で
the
す。
assist by Aldridge.
ボーストもダメだね。
Crawford's got his first bucket of the night.
And really just led him to
買っ
his
てくれ
sweet
ないんだ
spot.
なんで怒っとる
First
の
half is now in the books. Clippers ahead.
いいよ、それや
Leading
ってね。
Well, thank you.
こっちは一人でやるのが嫌だ
The
から。
2K Sports Halftime Show.
やってるだけ。あれなのビデオスリー人がまだちょっといるからやってるの。どうせは人いるけど。
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points and 2.
買ってほしいの俺は。
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter.
買ってくれないと困るわけ。
へい。
俺のプレイングにも。
へい。
だから握手しろよって。
西の快諾者呼んでこい。
西の快諾者いいしてる？
あいつね、最近来ない。
He has 17 points, And from downtown, he's buried 3
あい
3-pointers.
つのね、西を開拓するどころか
Squared
してない。
himself up and
あい
got
つ
him
北の開拓者だから。
He's knocked him down.
Inside, it's
だったのか
Griffin
な
and Jordan.
まあ、
Chris
俺
Paul
も、
and JJ Redick are the guards. And it's
え
Abamute
タク
at
は
the small forward.
あの
So that's the lineup
リア
on the
ル
floor for the Clippers.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading
はい
his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely
スリー
has
ポ
a
イントの決
season
まる快
where
感
his
よ。
team doesn't meet expectations.
よかったね。
Calderon kicks to
見たこと
Vujicic.
ないよ。
Calderon passes to Porzingis.
見たことない。こんなドラえもんは嫌だ。
Calderon, a good look. And again,
あの
it's
面
New
白か
York
った。だ
ball.
から大喜利全部面白いよ。
Second half just
レイ
getting
ジの
started. About a
今日
minute
の
played.
大喜利。
Jordan kicks
レイ
to
ジ生きて
Abamute.
ね、負け物って意味
And
合い
he
は
hit hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
No, I tell you
アローン
what,
って
he
一人
earned
だ
his
っけ
money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Clippers shooting their fourth and fifth attempts
レ
from
イ
the
ジーボ
line
ッチって意
tonight.
味ですね。怠け者ボッチって意味だね。
So he hits one of
怠
two
け
from
者
the
ボッチって
stripe.
かわいそうだ
Knicks
な。
trail by 14.
よっとタガの悪口。よって誰から来たんだ
To Porzingis.
僕もうほっとすかしない。
From 18 feet
俺
away. The shot
そんな余裕もないと思う
That's
俺。
not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot,
はい、い
especially
ただき。
when he's open.
The baseline J off the mark.
And even though he missed that,
黒子のバスケ見ると
you
ね
have to take those shots when you
黒
get
子
the
のバスケ
opportunity.
とか見るとやりた
Exactly.
く
They
なる
don't
バス
come
ケ。
much better or easier than that.
That one goes. Count it.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Redick for three. And the Clippers miss again. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Porzingis. The Clippers grab the miss.
借りるかあの人
Tell you
の
what,
先
folks,
全部。
I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Wasted no time on that one.
新海誠
Redick's
は
got 6.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really
いい
been
ぞ。
tight and far superior is their passing.
タレ
And
ゾウ
that
です。
kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just
誰が
what they've shown here
トイトイくん
tonight. And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay
タレゾウです。
against the Eastern Conference.
アークエンメーカーや。タレゾウです。
Overall, they would have
タレ
just
ゾウですラッ
really
ク。
feasted on the East.
タレゾウラッ
And
ク
I
とかエ
think
ンブレム
Doris
作っ
Burke
てるの
has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis
Tabii
had some
biliyorsun ya,
advice for the
sen-
team in that
Tabii
last break.
doğrusu.
He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony.
タレゾウチャンネルのタレゾウで
He's
す。
most effective, coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking
What?
for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter. And maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
はい。速攻。
As you said with the Clippers, Greg, they did decently against the Eastern Conference. But of the Western playoff teams, Clark, they had the second worst record against the Eastern Conference.
And you know, things like that matter, Kevin. I mean, they struggled against Eastern Conference
ありがとう
playoff
です
teams, went
あ
only
あゆみ
6
タレ
and
ゾウ
10 against those teams last year.
Calderon dishes to Grant. Here's the screen.
タレゾウチャンネルのタレゾウです。
To the middle. It's deflected. Here's Seraphin.
ファンブルや。はい、
Redick against
はい。
Calderon.
よ
Got
いしょ
that
絶
one.
対これ。
Reddick's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have
こんに
come
受けるわ。
by
こん
way
に
of
ちは、
an
僕は
assist.
タレゾウです。
Anthony kicks to Calderon. And the Knicks miss again. Los Angeles leading by 16. Here's Redick. Again, the Clippers.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are
あれで
not
は
missing many.
全然前世ね、いいところでかかるよ、
8 of their
曲。
last 10 points
マジ
on
最初で
mid-range
かかる
jumpers.
結構。
Now here's Anthony. He's got 15.
めっ
Calderon.
ちゃいいんだけど、あの始まり方よ。
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really
興奮してたよ。
For
興
Los
奮
Angeles,
冷めや
they've
なるですよ。
gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the
夢が
field.
痛かったよ。
Rivers can't get it to go.
それは不
Austin Rivers traded to the Clippers last year. A change of scenery did him well, and he was
その
comfortable
時
coming off the
その
bench.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, he seemed to get steady playing time, and that's what he needed most. And also, he wasn't defined by a
ライン
position.
したけど無視
They were able to find a niche role for him to play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his
でも
first
女子
foul
だ
of the
から
game.
返す。
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Jeff Green. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbamute. And it's Crawford in for JJ Redick. Then for the Knicks, Derek Williams checked in for Porzingis.
絶対ね、話こんがらがるよ。
And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant.
それ
Here's
聞くとちょっ
Crawford
と不安になるんだよね
after the
そういう
made
こと言わ
shot
れる
from
と
Carmelo Anthony. Crawford's shot is good.
Wow, 10 straight
それだけ聞
points
くとあんまい
from
い印象
mid-range.
に聞こえない
You
か
know
ら
what
ね
I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers
話
over
こん
a
がらがるとストーリー
multitude
が良
of
くない
ills.
っていうイメ
We're
ージ
seeing
が
it right now.
内容はいい。でも、
Galloway
ちゃんと
looking
考
for
えれば
his
分かる
first
ことだけ
basket
ど。
still in this one. Looking for Anthony and gets it
それ
there.
はお前がバカしてる
Rebound by
う
Aldridge.
ん、そういうことだ。
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean,
Wait.
it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's
Wait.
headed to the bucket like that.
Wait.
Good job.
入れ。バーバスタンじゃない。
Shot, so two free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on
バ
that
スタン
shot.
とかバ
Yeah,
ス
the
ケ部に習
officials
ったん
didn't
だ。
need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Shooting their sixth and seventh free throw attempts tonight.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career.
あとなん
Not
か
many guys
あれ
can
他の曲
maintain
もいい
his
よ。
level
途中で
of
流れるけど。
quickness
ラ
after
ットミ
15
ック
years
ス
in。the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a
全
little
然
wear
前
and
世だけじゃない。
Chris Paul's checked in for the Clippers.
運命がの
Clippers lead
が
by 18. Fires it up.
僕のライライライ世界は僕は。いいじゃん、ライライライ世。絶対ヒット間違いないしな。ラララライライライ世界は僕は。
君の名は。
君の名は見た人集合みたいなさ、
あったあった。
シティオブニューヨークってやつもあったよ。
さっきちょっと見た。
あの人ね、あれ、エサルソン2 3位だっけな、確か。すごくね ?3 位って。
何が3位なん？
エサルソン2の大会。
大会ね。で、単々単位。
Again, no good by the Clippers.
単々単位よ。
Last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Griffin's checked in for Cole Aldrich. And New York with a change here, too. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. The shot by Pierce will not go. Knicks trail by 16.
運命がの
19 points in the game. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul of the game. One of the most at the free throw line. The Knicks haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. That free throw good from Anthony.
どういうこと？
いや、
So we get some
2回目の人生
They're
を過
locked
ごし
in
てい
from
る
the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Stolen away.
Crossover.
Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
お前は誰だ？
Not exactly a nickel by Clippers lead by 14. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Derek Williams. He's out there with the Flalo. Grant is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in at shooting guard. Now here's a Flalo. Great touch on the 16-footer. Flalo's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Knicks. Here's Jordan. The putback is no good. Knicks trail by 12. That's three. Here we
オール
go.
スタってアプリ入れてみて
It's all in by Jamal Crawford.
上に立てつくとねなんだっけ個人情報抜き取られて SD カードとか全部
やば
上に立てつくとね業務妨害訴えますって言われる
Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one.
で中高生以外だと訴えるね運営に立てつくとね強制に公開されるゲーム
目が出てやっときたんだよ
Teardrop shot. Williams kicks to Grant. Picked by Williams. Shot clock at 6. A floater. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Paul with the ball.
Outguarded
by Aflalo. Took him no time at all on that run. And that's 11 points for Crawford.
They just call him buckets, Jamal Crawford. His shot, a thing of beauty.
もうねもう一回見たいかもしんない
みんなその時は俺とだな
ダメ
なんで
New York calls timeout.
The Knicks seem to me to be very passive offensively. And that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense.
あれはマジで見たい
They never
普
seem
通に
to
面白い
attack
か
the
ら
rim at all.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He is not pleased with the score and implores them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
俺さあれ映画見た後にさ見た映画の予告見るの好きなんだけど
Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. They struggled shooting. When they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Shot from the wing, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Knicks trail by 15. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. A flower right side. Can't cash in from close range.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Reddick inside the line. But they'll get another chance. Shots good.
Yes, sir.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Some extra possessions would definitely help
10.1
and maybe swing the momentum.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
実質8人
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Calderon, that's good.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he?
違うもうそれ1番
Pass to Reddick. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the
予
game.
告編しか見てないからななんか PV あったの見てない
Reddick against Calderon. Out of bounds. The Clippers possession.
Well, that's inexcusable.
何そのすごく動揺されるのも
違うボールが勢いよく飛んでったんだけど
あそれチームの頭
俺の頭ぶんどってお前の頭ボールなのじゃん
サッカーしようぜお前ボールな
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And it's Paul penetrating. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Jordan with the bucket. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money. Lopez passes to Calderon.
ブレンゲーマーとか言いながら雑魚やんけ
ラッシュグリードにラグで勝ってイラつかせたモサ態度で ラッシュグリードをイラつかせたクソザコかっこラグ。
全然前世から僕は
回線直せよか。
Shot by Griffin, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection.
Really a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice.
Dunk.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
The wide open look here for Lopez. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Clippers leading by 14. Shoots. A nice shot by Griffin.
時間軸がわかんないあれ。
One of those shots, that's his bread and butter.
The Knicks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter.
50%. いつのなんていうの？
時代背景がわかんない。
違う。何？いつの時代、いつの時間を話してるのもわからないの。あれは。
動きすぎて。
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it,
あの
I mean, it's tremendous all around.
ジンいるじゃん、ラップの。あの人が、そう、あの人がラットのやつ歌ってるから。こんで話したくな。全然前世カバーしてるやつ。
ああ、それ見た。アレンジしてなかったから別に何もしてなくて楽しかった。
そう。
Dishes it to Griffin. Another one falls to Griffin.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with a
今のあの二人ってさ、もともとは違うんだよね。一人はあのさ、ないものねだりのヒリアバージョンのやつ。あの人が元は最初組んでた二人。
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers.
そう、喧嘩しちゃったんですよ。らしい。そう、大喧嘩してそのままこう
マジで
解散みたいな。今スカイピースってやつでしょ。
ウィークエンドだっけ？
ん？
最初はウィークエンドだっけ？
わからん。
ウィークエンドって言ってるから。
あ、そう。まあ入んのか。
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. He started throwing haymakers at him.
Oh, knockout blow.
And so it's New York with it, down by 15. And it's a follow, penetrating, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot two. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
水蓮花のヒリアバージョン。
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And that one falls for Aaron Aflalo. That one is no good.
あそこ。
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
It's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
脇汗が止まらない。
脇汗が止まらない。
脇汗が止まらない。脇汗がてくる。脇汗が止まらない。脇のようにその
はいあれ前に出てくるやつ。
人にすべて揃えた。脇汗。
何が面白かったんだ。
This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA
テストするだけでやっ
by
ぱり
2K
なんか
Sports.
どんどん
We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
クラーつけてないと松岡修造とみたいに何度も
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Chris Paul. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might pop a big key to his team's victory here.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them, it's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
私以外はブスじゃないの
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you
で
for
も
tuning
挨
in.
拶み
Always
た
a
いになっ
pleasure.
ているブスが言われ
For Shaquille O'Neal, is there any
ているブスと言われすぎてもうブスが挨拶みたいになっているブスが挨拶みたいに
もはやブスが挨拶みたいになっている
僕は思うんだ人の断面違いすぎそりゃ個性もあるだろうブスとかもありすぎ写真は現実を突きつけるように僕を映してもらせるつもりはないもう傭兵幼児ドリアプリ何回通ってもブスばかりそんなすんじゃないだろう上のやつが取らなくてそうなやつが取ることだと思うんだけど JK の服が欲しいから覚醒するんじゃねえぜ私以外はブスじゃない芸能系とかだからね
私以外はブスじゃないの紙セットして生きて見られたあ白真めっちゃ面白かった白真の呼び出し
やめる
マジ
うん
白真の呼び出しで死んだ
うん死んだ VC だけつけるわ
はいあそういうことねそれはまだ